Welcome to the Curie Academy podcast. My name is Brandon Dormez, and today we're bringing you an interview with Cassey, a junior at Howard University who's currently studying computer science and completing an internship at Uber. We talk about what it's like to be a student who's studying CS and what it's like to work in a place that's putting computer science into practice. We hope you enjoy. So, how are you?
I'm good.
Have you been thinking about anything today?
Um, I'm thinking about my last week at my internship and what I need to do.
Oh,
But yeah,
what's that internship?
I'm interning with Uber.
Hmm.
In the product platform engineering team. So basically, the engineers build tools for the other engineers to use. It's really fun, honestly.
Yeah, what makes it fun for you?
I think it's the culture and like my team. My team is like pretty small. I think there's about 15 people on the team, two other interns with me. And I think like a more intimate team is better for my like progress and stuff. It's just easy to talk to people. Everyone's really nice and understanding that we're just like getting out our sophomore year. Like the coronavirus pandemic is here and like things are kind of crazy, but they're really understanding with that. So I really like being on the team with them, and my manager's really nice too.
Hmm. I feel like everyone's got this preconceived idea of what someone who works in computer science or with computers looks like, or it's a very kind of like nerdy, slouchy, maybe glasses like these and braces like these. But it's a very like kind of uncool look. Have you found that to be true?
I would say that I'm not nerdy or anything,
Hmm.
um, but a lot of other people in CS that I know are pretty nerdy. But I mean, I feel like it's a pretty diverse field. There's a lot of different types of people, like especially from all over the globe,
Hmm.
and you just meet a lot of different cultures. So it's really, I feel like there's no look to CS. So I think that's a good thing because it invites more people who may not see themselves represented in the field. Having it having a different look, like not the nerdy type, like having a different look and invites like more people to want to join CS.
Uh, is there, have you like met people? You know, you said that there's a lot of people from all across the globe. Have you met anyone who like you've grown close to, who you wouldn't really expect to have ever worked with or gotten to know, were it not for that sort of united interest in CS?
Yeah, I think I have. I don't know if I have any examples, but I think just meeting people at my internship, um, they're from everywhere. Like someone on my team, my mentor that I work with is from Singapore, um, and we can relate on in some ways, but he has like a different background and he's older than me, so it's interesting to learn the many things like that were different, and I think it's a good thing because I learned so much from him just from him being from somewhere else or like being older or more experienced. So I think that's one good thing about CS because it's pretty diverse and you just learn a lot more than technical things when you're at work.
CS for you, is it more vocational or is it something that you are like that you've gotten interested in and that you wanted to learn more about, or is it like this is a very secure job market?
I mean, I think I've always been interested in STEM because I was just good at math and science in school, but I didn't know that I actually liked computer science until I had internships and I realized, oh, this is fun. The tech industry has a lot of benefits for me. I think that's when I realized that I actually like the work.
Is there anyone in the CS field who you like look up to a lot?
No one that's established But like my peers for sure, like looking at what they do, it's really exciting and it motivates me. Also, CS is very collaborative, so I may not know something, but my friend knows something. So it's easy to talk to them and even like build projects like that. If my friend is like a back end engineer and I enjoy front end, I could just talk to them and be like, hey, if you want to build something, we can. Um, I just admire my peers more because they're closer to me than someone who's established with like with a company or something.
Do you have any idea sort of what you want to do once you've graduated, or
I think right now, so at my internship, I'm working full stack, so I'm working on the front end and back end.
what does that mean, front end and back end?
Oh, okay. Front end means like the stuff that you see on the screen. So, like websites, you see the boxes, you see search components. On apps, you see the scroll and all that. And then the back end is like the actual information, like the database and stuff. And so I realize I like that my manager gave us the opportunity to work full stack because I realized what I actually like. And I like the front end stuff because I like to make things look nice. I think it's it's better for me because I like to see how things are progressing. On the back end, you can test things, but it's just I'm a visual person, so I enjoy seeing like progress.
Taking that like one step out, if it's like a like dream world scenario, is there anything that you would really want to work on?
I think I would be working on websites. I'm interested in working like in the tech industry. I don't want to work at like a non-tech place, but working in
Mm-hmm.
CS. Um, I think the tech industry is I enjoy it. A lot of companies are really fun and doing a lot of great things. And I think I'm interested in also working at a smaller company because bigger companies are pretty overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I like the intimacy that like a smaller team would bring.
And yeah, how can you like talk a little bit more about what that internship has been like?
This current internship.
Or if you've had others that you would also like to talk about, you're free to do that.
I'll talk about Well, okay, so last summer I interned at Facebook through
Mm.
their university program, and it wasn't remote. I was in Menlo Park, California. It's a huge company, and that was a huge campus. It's pretty overwhelming, honestly, just seeing that many people and then being around a lot of smart people. There's a lot of imposter syndrome in CS, at least for me. I've experienced it. Um, Imposter syndrome is like feeling that you don't belong or something. Um, but yeah, it was a different culture, and so I don't think being in that big setting was beneficial for me, but I did learn a lot. I did learn that I didn't like iOS development. I don't like making apps. I learned a lot about like what I want from a company. And then at this internship at Uber, through their Uber Star program, um, I work with two other interns. We're building on this website that's an internal tool. Um, and I worked like with React JavaScript on the front end and then Golang on the back end. And I learned that I do really like front end, um, and I like building stuff. And I think I would be more interested in building websites. Um, I'm not sure about like the culture because I haven't experienced anything like we're working remotely. I'm at my computer at home.
Mhm.
It's talk to people that I would see in the office if I was not remote. But it seems like everyone is pretty helpful. Um, I enjoy working on a smaller team, and Yeah, that's the main thing. My experiences.
Is there anything you like wish you had learned earlier when it comes to CS?
I wish I learned that like I belong. So like even though I may not look like the people that are represented in CS a lot, that I can contribute a lot of things to these products and stuff. Um and I wish I learned that actually in 10th grade I did a project on computer science, and I don't know what company I looked up, but it must have been some really boring company. And after that presentation, I was like, yeah, I don't want to be in CS. But I think I wish I learned that CS was actually more interesting than I thought it was, so I can explore more with like during my high school years, because I realized that I wanted to do CS at the very last moment in senior year of high school. Like my friend said that she wanted to do CS, and I was just like, oh, that seems interesting. So I even applied to all my schools non CS. Like none of my schools I applied to CS, and then I just transferred to CS in college.
Was there ever a moment where you felt like, yeah, I do fit in here, like I should be here?
I think at this internship, I've really felt that. Mainly because I'm doing stuff that I enjoy. Um, and I just feel like really good about the work that I'm producing. So that's where I like have really like stopped. I mean, it's hard to just stop feeling imposter syndrome, but
Hmm.
like really, like grown out of it. So yeah, it's gotten better.
Have you received that kind of like? Have you received a lot of like support from your friends when it comes to like sort of managing that imposter syndrome?
Mhm. So, I go to an HBCU, which is like a historically black college, and so they're mostly black students, and my peers are black. And we go to internships, and we're in like communities that aren't like the one that we come from. So we see different faces and stuff. And I think since all of my friends and my peers are doing all this stuff that I'm doing, it's easy to like talk to someone about it, like, oh, this is kind of hard as like a black person dealing with this at work. Um, this is what like how I go through it and stuff. So I think, yeah, my peers do a great job at lending like a hand and helping me through it, and we help each other.
Hmm. Do you have anything that you would want to say? Any ideas that we didn't get to talk about, or?
Isn't this like shown to like middle schoolers or something?
Mhm.
I think at least like some advice for them. Um, I think it's probably tough for them because they just being in school may not be fun or anything, but I think it's important to just like venture out. So starting with something fun like robotics would be really interesting to them, and that would maybe push them towards CS and like discovering it more for themselves, and just venture out and explore many things that are available to them. Look up a lot of things so that they can just build themselves up, and they may not like something, but at least they tried it. And I think that's the main thing.
Thank you very much for your time and your thoughts.
Okay.
All right, bye.